Hey everybody, Ben the PC guy here at Nokia World 2011. I've been talking a lot about tech today, about the phones, about the headsets, about the software. Today I want to talk a little bit about what all this stuff means. So I'm here with Joe Harlow, who's Executive Vice President Nokia for Smart Devices. Joe, so tell me what all this means today. Like, if you can sum it up in 30 seconds.
I think this means Nokia coming back in smartphones. I think it also means Windows Phone getting a big platform to be sold to loads of consumers, millions of consumers around the world.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think something that it's been interesting about Windows Phone is that when people get their hands on it, they get it, and they really understand what it means, but so many people they've never had a chance to get their hands on it, and I'm really looking forward to these devices, particularly the 710 with broad availability,
right.
That millions of people who either had a smartphone and don't really love it, or more importantly, have never had a smartphone at all, they can be able to upgrade to something like this. I think it's really good.
Well, there's lots of consumers who have smartphones who are frustrated with the fact that they have to go in and out of different applications in order to be able to do anything. And so, I think that's the great benefit of the Metro UI of Windows Phone, and that's integrated nature, though, is difficult to communicate to consumers. So what we've tried to do with our marketing campaign is to use the visual ID of Metro to actually draw consumers in, let them see the live tiles as the first step, then get them into the store. And we've made a huge investment in putting live devices in store in our 6 launch markets, so that both the sales associate are using them and are loving them. And so if they love them, they'll show them to consumers, and they'll love them too. Because it is true, as soon as consumers get their hands on it, they absolutely don't want to put it down. And then of course we've added to that fabulous design.
Yeah, I love the design. It just feels so good. I love the balance, particularly.
And terrific color, because it's a sea of black in smartphone retail today. And so, we've brought something different, and we've brought all the goodness of Nokia together with all the goodness of Windows Phone.
Yeah, it's something that was really interesting when I picked this up for the first time, even in just some of our engineering samples, was my first phone, my old ages ago, was a Nokia.
Sure.
I hadn't had one in a long time. And when I picked up the 800, it felt the same. And I thought that was so interesting. I'm a design guy by training. I'm not a tech guy. I just kind of learned tech along the way. But it felt the same. It instantly took me back to when I had my first Nokia phone, and I felt like I was the coolest kid in the world because I had one. And it's cool to see that again.
That's actually the first thing we think about, is how is it going to feel in someone's hands. So, even the nature of the 2.5D glass is intended so it feels so good in your hand, but there are no sharp edges. There's no flatness. It's curved in all the right places, and the same is true of the Lumia 710. I mean, it feels unbelievably comfortable to hold. And today, smartphones are getting bigger and bigger display sizes, bigger display resolutions, and they start to become awkward. So the importance of physical design and thinking about how does it feel in the human hand can be a huge differentiator for consumers.
I absolutely agree with you. I spent the last several years doing PC stuff, and I was a big believer in that it's not just the speeds and feeds and what the clock speed of your processor and all these things about graphics cards. And it's so much is about ergonomics. How does the keyboard feel? How does the glass feel if you're working on touch? Is it well balanced? Can you open it with one hand? And so many manufacturers overlook that, and I love the fact that you designed it first, and then we worked in the engineering together to build something that was equally functional. I always go back to what Jay Mays said, who's chief designer for Ford. He said, anybody can make a toaster that toasts. Lots of people make smartphones that are phones. But you guys are really making a toaster that's something that you covet. And he said, it's hard to make a toaster that you covet. You guys have really made a very covetable toaster.
Absolutely. Well, I think consumers love desirable objects. And that's our ambition, is to always deliver a desirable object that you want to hold in your hand, that you want your friends to see, that you want to set yourself apart.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. I'm very much looking forward to getting my hands on mine. I've been seeing all these floating around, and I've had the chance to play with them. And
this one's mine, so stay away.
So I'm going to ask you 2 more questions before we go. One, stuff on your phone, aside from the obviously Nokia Drive and Nokia Music and the things that are proprietary, what's your favorite app on your Windows phone?
Okay.
And 2,
yeah.
Why do I want to buy this over an iPhone?
Okay, so my favorite app on my phone, I have to admit, it's the People Tile. I use the People Tile every single day, many times a day, because I don't have time to be on Facebook on my laptop. You know, if I have any time to be on my laptop, I'm doing email or stuff on the intranet,
sure,
et cetera, et cetera. The only way I keep up with the people in my life who are not working directly for me is via my device. So I spend more time there than anywhere else.
I do too.
Then probably I'll have a second application. It's the BA application, because I fly all the time, and the ability to pin my, as Kevin was showing today, the ability to pin my boarding pass to the start screen. Because I'm one of those people who, in the past, have been standing there trying to get to my digital boarding pass and making people wait. I mean, those are the things that just make my life so much easier. And why would a consumer buy it? Well, it's for exactly the same reason. Why would they buy it over an iPhone? Yeah, iPhone's simple to use. iPhone has a beautiful design. This is a gorgeous design. But the integration of the UI sets this apart. It is by far the best experience. And then keeping in mind that the majority of us work, this is a great consumer smartphone, but it's a fabulous phone for business. The email application, the office applications are better than the same applications implemented on Android and certainly on iPhone. So everything I want is there. It is easier, it is faster, and it is a hell of a lot more fun.
I think that sums it up. I couldn't have said it better myself. Joe, thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's been a long day, a busy day, a very good day for everybody here. We're going to head back out to the show floor and try and find some more cool stuff. Remember to follow me on Twitter at BenThePCGuy, and I will see you in the next video.